Bienvenidos a todos ustedes. Welcome all to my channel, Dolls by Mr. Fabre. And if you haven't guessed it, I am Mr. Fabre. So I'm here doing my next video in my Selena series, my Selena collection, whatever you want to call it. So I'm here to show the second doll that was released. This doll was released in 1997. So this doll is about 28 years old, I want to say. And then this, like I mentioned in my previous video, I have two of the same doll. So I have one that I keep in box and one that I keep out of the box, and I'll show you the doll out of the box. Now this doll here was, and again, excuse the cellophane, but this doll here was the outfit that she wore in the Grammys. The silver dress, but this is also the dress that she wore in her No Me Queda Más music video, and her hair styled like how she was in the No Me Queda Más video. So they used a similar face mold to what they used in her Houston Astrodome outfit. If you haven't watched that video, I suggest you watch it to see all of the greatness of Selena. And like I mentioned in the previous video, I am recording this on July 19th. It is the day after of the 30th anniversary of her Dreaming of You album. And I wanted to commemorate that with the dolls that were released for her. So yes, this is the doll in box, and I got it, it's pretty pristine. No altering was done to this box. This is all the original packaging and everything. Like I mentioned, I just put the cellophane over it just to protect the box. And I will go ahead and flip the camera over and I'll show you her in depth out of the box. All right, so this is the Selena doll out of the box. And let me just say, this doll I had displayed, like I mentioned, out of the box, and I am surprised at how dusty she is. I definitely have not been paying attention, and yeah, so excuse the dust, but let's get started. So this is all Selena's original outfit. Nothing was added on here. So, well, one thing was, and I'll explain that in a minute. So to get started, let me just remove the stand. Moving with her face. Once again, like the Selena doll previously, this doll was made by Arm Enterprise. I guess, I don't know if they had like a 2-doll deal with them because they ended up moving companies later on. But to begin with her hairstyle, she comes with very a gelled down updo. I have not seen anybody make a video where they've removed this. I do think that she's very thinly rooted, however, to create this style, as normally that's how typically dolls with updos are, because these little things are not thick at all. They are very gelled down, and they've held up pretty well considering that this doll's almost 3 decades old. She did come with an elastic and it did snap. However, her style still was able to keep up. It was still able to hold its shape. So I just grabbed some rubber bands and I just retied it with no issues. This part of the hair is the only thing that's not gelled. This part here, it's kind of gelled. Mainly the gel's coming from the little updo part here. And then here's her face. She has some weird markings here that I never noticed, honestly. I could potentially get that off with acetone. I'm not sure. But you can kind of see that she's a little dirty here because since I've had her displayed out of the box, I recently put her in box. And then here are her earrings. They are removable. And no, I'm not going to remove them. And she also comes with the typical Barbie body with the 5 points of articulation in the head, in the arms, and then she has the permanent bend arm here. And she does have the bend and snap knees. And this one doesn't bend. It's so funny. I never noticed that this knee doesn't bend. That's very interesting. And then here are her heels. like I mentioned in my previous video, her Houston Astrodome doll came with these heels. And then also her follow-up doll as well came with these heels. Like the Selena Astrodome outfit, this comes with like that iridescent glitter that doesn't come off on your hands, so that's good. But yep, that is the Selena doll here. With her purse, I did put a little bit of like tissue to kind of like help fluff it up a little bit. But that's the Selena doll, and she does have some slight discoloration here from the arm to the body, which I don't really mind. But yep, that is a more closer look at the Selena doll. And yep, she looks absolutely beautiful. No complaints at all. She's definitely held up in the last, what, 28 years? Anyway, that's all I pretty much have to say. Hope you enjoyed this video and this beautiful doll, and hopefully you'll see what else I have to say. So have a good one.